Hey guys, welcome back to Web Design. Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about wireframing. We're going to just go into it a little bit surface deep, but I wanted to show everybody what wireframes are. I wanted to show you guys why do we do them and why they're important to the creative process. So one of the things that we usually like to do before we start coding out a website is we do what's called a wireframe or a mock-up. Okay, and a wireframe is usually just, we talk about the layout of a design. Okay, so the idea is that instead of coding the whole website out and the client ends up saying that, oh, I don't like it this way, we don't waste all that time coding. Okay, so it's a lot easier to say, make a design in Adobe Illustrator, Adobe XD, maybe even Photoshop, maybe. And it's a lot easier just to do your design there and then show it to the client and say, your website is going to look like this. So one of the things that we try to do before we start designing and we start coding things out is that we give the client a layout. And what we'd like to do, and I'm looking at Wireframes 2021 right now. This is just a giant collection of different layouts that Adobe kind of gives you. But I just wanted to show you some of these. You can draw these. Okay, these are really easy to draw. They're really easy to put together. And the idea here is that we want to develop websites that we can make, and then we want to develop them so they look pretty good. So again, this whole thing right here is just a giant, collection of different websites or layouts, and it gives us some ideas to kind of work with as well. Now you're going to see that some of these are laid out like tall, some of them laid out horizontally, but they're all related to the actual size of your screen. Okay, so in Adobe XD, when you go to start a new file, you can actually choose the different sizes that you have here. You actually have the iPhone 12, the iPhone 10, the XS, the 11, iPhone XR, and so on and so forth. So you get the different sizes of the screens that you want to work with. And it's really important because when you design something for a screen, you have to think about how big is it going to be? How is it going to display on the screen? What kind of call to action do we want? Do we want like a picture? Do we want, what do we want on there, and what do we want the user to do? Okay, so, and another one is web. You can see here we have the different web sizes. 1920 by 1080, that's the size of a monitor. So that's like if your, website was the full size of the monitor, how would it look? How many columns would it have? How many rows? What's the main area? So, to get started with one of these, you can just click on it and then you start a new project, and you can see that this project right here is exactly, oops, didn't want to do that. This project right here is 1366 pixels wide, and then I thought it was like 700 something tall, whatever. So if you want to start designing, you have some really easy tools to start with in Adobe XD. You have your pointer tool. You can point at things and move them around. And then you have your box tool right here. And the box tool is really handy. Why? Well, because most of the time when you're doing a layout for a website, you're going to be using a box. So as soon as you draw that box, it becomes an element just like Adobe Illustrator. It's a vector file at this point. So it's just like Adobe Illustrator. You could fill it with a color, you can change the border. You can actually take off the border if you want. Let's go back on there. You can take off the border. You can do a drop shadow on it. So you can do a lot of different things to make this look kind of interesting. We can zoom up on it, see how it looks. We can see, is our drop shadow really there? I don't really see our drop shadow. Oh, let's do it up. There we go. So I see our drop shadow now. And then if we want to add text, we can go ahead and add some text and say, this is our new website, and just go like that. Let's highlight that text, just like we would in Adobe Illustrator or Adobe InDesign. Let's make it kind of large. Let's go bold. All right, and then we can make it like maybe 36 pixels tall. And we could change the color to, let's go with a different color. let's go with a really nice, there we go. And we could put that there. Let's make it a little larger. It still looks pretty anemic. Let's go with a 48. Okay, we'll put it like right up here. And you know, this is really nice because then we can go ahead and mess around with it. So that's going to be our title head banner. Let's put our nav on the side here. And what's nice about Adobe XD is that it automatically kind of like snaps things to each other, which is really nice. So if you want to pull up colors, you can too. Like if you want to fill that in, let's do no border, and let's do the shadow again. Shadow, put that up, and then we got that, and then we can start putting in lines. Like if you wanted to do a line in here to break this up, you could draw a line across, just like that, and you could change the color of the line, go with white. Okay. And at this point, we can put like, you know, a text in here or whatever. And we could say home. We'll make that a little smaller. Let's go with home. There we go. And let's make that about 24. So it's smaller. It's why this website might look a little old, but it's okay. We can copy and paste these guys in. And I'm just holding down Shift Option Command when I do this. So I've selected both of them. I'll hold down Shift Option Command, and you can see I'm putting that in. Okay. And now we can change this. We could go products, services. Let's see if we go with contact and about. Okay. So that's the navigation for our website. All right. And let's also, we could put in a grid. Let's put in some boxes. Let's put in a hero section up here. So we're going to do a large hero, just like that. And here's some cool things. You can actually get some plugins, and the plugins are kind of nice because I can put in, say, like a UI face, right? So let's say I want to pull something from pexels.com and grab a photo. It'll come up, and let's put in this dude and put him in there. Oh, he looks terrible. All right, whatever. So anyway, this is our idea, though. I mean, I'm not too worried about it because I would show this to the client, and the client would then get an idea of what we're doing. All right, and then let's put some boxes down here. So let's get some boxes right here, right like this, right here, and let's copy and paste these and put those in. Now what's really nice too is that you can select all of them actually like that, and then stretch them all at once so they're nice and good. Let's make this a little bit larger. Let's get rid of these because they're not that good. And again, I'm moving these over just like that. And what you can do really is you can actually get these all together, and you get them all aligned. Oh, that's going to align them all that way. Let's move it over a little bit. And you can see here that I'm actually counting the pixels in between. All right, and there we go. So there's our boxes in there. And at that point, we can put in some other text, or we can just shade the boxes. We can select them all at the same time. And let's do our boxes of a fill of a really light gray. Let's take off that border again. I don't like that border. And let's go down here and do another box. So you can see here, I'm putting together a real simple design, for our page, okay? And the idea is that I would show this to the client, way before I started any work on the website. I would try to incorporate their brand, their colors, their fonts, maybe a couple of their own pictures, and I would try to get this all together, and I would shoot this off to the client. Like I would actually export this at this point. I would export the artboards and save it as a PNG, and then I would send it to them. Okay, I would send it to them, And what's also really cool about XD is that you can work online with this. So you can work with another person. You can upload this to, if you go to Save As, you can actually put it up on your cloud documents, and other people can work on this and they can just play around with it. So it's really nice. I don't quite use this all the time. I use another program called Sketch to do this. But Adobe XD is what we're using right now. It's actually one of the best programs you can use. I think it comes along with a couple of these things. You can get these plugins, which are really, really nice. Like if I wanted to put an icon in, into the page, I can just kind of, throw an icon in, which is really nice. Let's see, icon name. Let's go for a gear. Okay, and no icon named gear. Let's go for food. And there's the food icon. So these are some icons that you can just toss in, like right here. You can put them in the buttons. You can do all kinds of different things with them. So they're kind of fun to use. But again, you can put in new, like different icons. And there's a lot of these different plugins that you can use to help you out as you move along. Some of them are kind of helpful. Like this faces one, the UI faces, is really, really helpful because you can just pull pictures when you want to. But again, I would explore this and check that out. It's really nice. But again, if you're used to using Gravit or you're used to using Illustrator, this is not a jump. This is not a jump. And, it's one of the better tools that you could use to start designing things and putting designs together. And then when you have a good design that you like, then you start coding it out. Okay. You can actually prototype it if you want. Okay. You can actually see it on your device if you want. You can upload it. Okay. You can play it if it's animated. So you can do some level of animation in here, which is really nice. But again, I use it just for kind of laying things out. I know other people use it for doing some more heavily designed things in it. But again, check it out. And you also have the pen tool. So if you want to draw something, and work with that good old pen tool, you can draw it. So if you wanted to draw like your own little shape in here, you could. So, have at it. All right. This is the concept of wireframing. Again, wireframing is, I'm just going to save it as untitled. Wireframing is the idea of laying out a website so that you can show the client what they're going to get. Like you can see over here, there's all these different types of, designs. This is like your typical purchase kind of thing. There's different designs like right here. So again, you can show the client what they're going to get, before you start coding everything out and before you start spending all that time to develop something that they might not like. Okay. So again, it's the idea here of, trying different things. And this is a really good thing. I really do like these wireframes for 2021. Again, if you get a chance to check them out, you can see that there's tons of them here. There's like at least like a couple dozen. And then for mobile, there's a whole bunch for mobile as well, designs for this. So you can see how many there are. There's tons and tons and tons of designs that are here for your like phone or for your device. So again, it's a nice little place to kind of get ideas. I mean, there's tons of ideas here. So, all right, guys, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Check out Adobe XD, and one of our projects in this unit is going to be making both wireframes and site plans. Okay, and we're going to talk about site maps, site plans in a little bit.